under the age of 3 years, the children's brain is developing rapidly, like really fast. And you can teach new things, you can do a lot of stuff with the child and the child picks it up. Then the next bracket that we talk about is 5 years, then 7 years, and then so on. So why are we talking about this? We are talking about this because this is a very impressionable age. The younger they are, the more they can get adapted into, the more they can get transformed into, shaped into, molded into. And as their age grows on, it becomes slower as a process. So the pandemic has been a very, very difficult time, specifically for the parents. So much more to do now. Got to take care of the house, no support system, cleaning, managing, cooking, everything. Life has been a roller coaster ride, hasn't it been? There are so many things to do, and taking care of the child's education is an added pressure. Trust me, I am a mother of a young child, I know that too. I think one of the most important things in this phase is that the child continues schooling, whether it be a play school or a normal school. We think we can handle it. We think we can research on it, ask some people and take care of things, but trust me, it is not enough. Because the child is developing so many new skills. The child is learning visuospatial abilities. Now you will say, I'm using big words and names, but that's how it is. The ability for the child to grasp a pencil, to be able to make formations is a very, very important skill. The gripping has to come. The child playing certain games with the Play-Doh, certain games that the teachers or the activities of, say, simple pouring from one glass to another glass at a younger age. Now, these are very important skills. We would rather overlook them, but these are skills that are in sync with the development of the child, in sync with the age-appropriate development of the child, which as parents, even I might not know. I have to depend upon my kid's school to tell me what is appropriately taught at that age. So it's very important that children continue to go to the virtual schools as long as possible. Other than giving age-appropriate concept building activities, the teacher of the child will also teach how to follow command, and the child will see peer. Now look, I understand that's not the best way of social relationships, but that's the best we can provide to the child. Having to see other children, having to interact or talk to the other children, even if it is virtually on the screen. So I think it becomes very important for our kids to continue to go to the preschools and schools and mix up and get stimulated age appropriately by people who are trained to do that. To begin with, the child will hold something like this. This is the grasp they get. From this to using a pencil appropriately at school around, say, 4, which is this grip, a pencil grip, comes into various stages and formations. And it doesn't come by saying telling the child you have to hold a pencil like this. No, it doesn't come like that. It comes with a series of activities and normal stuff that the child does on its own, and they learn to hold it appropriately. We just need to reinforce that for the child. The child learns all these things on his or her own. Then eye-hand coordination, very importantly. If, say, for example, you're throwing a ball at a child, for a child to gauge how far is the ball, at what speed it's going to come at me, and when do I have to bring my hands closer to catch it. It is a skill. And this, you will not even believe me saying, but this skill is very important for the child's writing. The child will learn to write once these basic skills are present for the child. Children who have difficulty in writing between lines, these kind of skills are missing. Now, how do we develop? How do you and I know about it? There are people who are trained to teach the child all these things. And it is very important that the children get stimulated into these areas so that they develop it on their own. So they have to learn it on their own, but we have to give them the right environment to learn it on their own. And that's exactly why we send them to school. And if we do the same thing that the school is doing back home in a loving environment with them, it usually gives us good.